Hey everybody, I'm here today to tell you what I learned in 1 year of marriage. I have been married to my wife for just over 1 year as of now. And I'm here today to talk to you about 5 simple things that I learned during that year of marriage. These aren't the only things that I've learned, but they are definitely some important things that I've learned. The first thing that I learned during my year of marriage so far is that communication is key. And that shouldn't be a surprise to many of you watching this video. Communicating your feelings, your thoughts, your behaviors to your spouse is absolutely important. It is arguably one of the most important things that you can do. If you feel a certain way, whether it's good or bad, communicate it to your spouse. If you're feeling horrible, if you don't like what they did for whatever reason, then communicate it to them so that you can solve the problem. If what they did makes you feel good, then communicate it to them so that they can continue doing that. Communication is key. The second thing that I learned during the year of marriage is that going to bed together and waking up together is underestimatedly important. So it's an underestimated thing, but it is very important. You should go to bed with your spouse and wake up with your spouse as often as possible. Now, obviously, there were days in the year of marriage that either I wanted to stay up later or my wife did, or I wanted to wake up earlier or my wife did, and so forth. But for the most part, almost every single night, we went to bed at the same time and woke up at the same time. Now, that may not be possible for all of you, but as often as possible, you should go to bed together and wake up together. The third thing that I learned is that not all days will be good days. Now, obviously, most days will be good days. Most days should be good days, but there are going to be some bad times. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that we didn't fight in the whole year. Obviously, there were arguments and so forth, but for the most part, those arguments were short-lived and the good times were long-lived. So with that being said, you have to be able to cope with the bad days to get back to the good days and make the most of those good days and make them happen as frequently as possible. But you know what? There will be times when you will be angry or sad or disappointed, or your spouse will be angry or sad or disappointed. You need to get through that and continue moving forward. The fourth thing that I learned in the year of marriage is mesh your behaviors and habits. Now, there may be things that you do or your spouse does that really annoy you or them. And with that being said, I'm not saying to stop doing those things, but I'm saying to mesh them. If you do something that annoys your wife, okay, then you don't have to necessarily just immediately stop it completely, but you should try and mesh it in a way that will not annoy the living daylights out of your wife. Just try and mesh your behaviors and your habits with their behaviors and their habits. And it's going to take compromise on both of your parts. You need to compromise in order to mesh your behaviors and habits with their behaviors and habits. And the fifth thing that I want to talk about in this video, the fifth lesson, is the importance of random acts of love and affection. People underestimate this one. They underestimate coming home with flowers or doing something special for your husband, whatever it may be that you do. But random acts of love and affection are a key to a long-standing good relationship. And it's not only about things that cost money. People automatically think it's gifts. Gifts play a very tiny role in the effectiveness of random acts of love and affection. You need to think outside the box and do things that take effort to make your spouse extra happy for a limited period of time, okay? Those are random acts of love and affection. Do something, loving or affectionate for them that will allow them to realize how good of a spouse you are. That is important. It is important to do that. And that's basically it. In this video, I just wanted to tell you what I learned in a year of marriage. Once again, these aren't the only lessons that I've learned in the year, and some of these lessons I sort of knew about before, but through the year of marriage, their importance has stood out to me, and that's why I wanted to make this video for you. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.